to this episode of It's Alaska. And, well, we haven't had a black person on the show ever. So I thought, listen, who is the best black person I know? And he couldn't make it. But I got the second best. No, I'm just kidding. Seriously, I'm like, we need more diversity on this show. Dang it, it's Alaska, and Alaska is diverse. But I wanted to bring on a guest that has been a friend of mine for quite some time. And if you've ever been to an event in Anchorage, how long have you been in Alaska and Anchorage?
Since 81.
81. Mm-hmm. So at any point, if you've watched TV or listened to the radio or you've been to an event, you've probably seen or heard or both with Eddie's voice.
Mm.
What are you saying? And because, I mean, you've been a huge part and still are a huge part of Anchorage, but and I know you have an amazing story. That's also what I want to talk about today is your amazing story of you and your family coming up here in 1981.
Yep.
Yeah. What was it like? And especially, I mean, you know, there wasn't probably as much diversity in 81 here than there is now. But what were you doing in the lower 48 before you came here, and then what brought you to Alaska?
Well, my dad had been here before in the 60s, and he was
military.
He was military, yes. And he retired in Texas, where we were, and he said, we're moving back to Alaska. And at first, I said no.
How old were you back?
I think I had already graduated from high school by 2 years, so I was 21 when I got here.
Okay,
1920.
Well, no, not the year. 19 or 20 years. Yes, not 1920. That wasn't a good time for a lot of people.
No, it wasn't
for certain people, and yeah. Yeah. So you were about 21 coming up here.
Yep, I got here. I was 21. And so my sisters and everybody came, the whole family came up, but we were going to stay in Texas, the kids were.
Yeah.
And then they said, well, just you pay for your deal, you make your own way. It's like, oh, well, Alaska doesn't sound so bad.
Okay, so you're on your own in Texas.
Nope.
But if you come to Alaska,
exactly,
we're you're under the family,
exactly.
You're under the family umbrella.
Yeah.
Okay, because I could only imagine. Even now people are like Alaska, why would I move up there? Obviously it's much different now, but in then, I mean, what was it? You're like, God, what am I going to do in Alaska?
I know, and that's exactly what we were thinking. I was 1 year in college by then, and then coming up here, then my sisters and my brother, and it's like, do we really? It's cold and everything. And we got here in November.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so the best time of the year right there. Yeah, so you came up here. I mean, and in the 80s, I mean, if you're in Alaska, you're probably, you work the pipeline, or you're mining, or you're, fishing, or you're doing one of those few things.
Yep.
Tourism was a thing, but not nearly what it is now. So you get here, and
I never worked before. So this was my first working experience here in Alaska. But what
did you do?
Well, when I first started working, there was a place at University Center called Copper Rivet.
Okay.
And I worked at Copper Rivet, which was a men's clothing store.
Okay.
Like Oak Tree and Jeans West and all those places.
Yeah.
So that was at University Mall when it was a real mall. And
it was a real mall.
It was a real mall.
No, we have a lot of malls that really aren't malls anymore.
Exactly,
I mean, malls aren't all that popular in 2026. Huge in the 80s, though.
Yep. So that's where I worked at, and I made a lot of good friends and contacts. And then it closed, and I worked at Cars.
Safeway, the grocery store.
Yep. I worked at Cars in 81. 80-something, 82 or 83.
Okay.
I started working at Cars in the deli area because they wanted me to bag groceries, and I tried, and they said, "Oh no, that's not going to work."
You don't put the bread on the bottom, Eddie. Come on, that's common sense. You don't put the canned goods on top of the bread.
Oh, and I was bad. I was really bad. I didn't know what I was trying to be fast. It's like, nope, okay. So they put me in the deli, and they started this program called the We Make It, You Bake It, and it's pizzas. And I helped run that, and it was amazing. It was really fun. And I made an announcement one day in early '85, and a guy just happened to hear it. His name was John Milkay. And he was already on Catch 22 Music Television.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So you made an announcement over the PA system.
Mm-hmm. And I said, good afternoon, car shoppers. Tonight, why not take home a Car Super Pizza? Super pizzas are made fresh the Car's quality way. And thank you for shopping at Cars. And he
all
heard
these
that.
years, you remember.
I do, because I had to say it so many times. Like 6 or 7 times during my shift, I would have to say it.
And he was sitting there in the produce going, oh, that
Who's
voice.
that voice? Yeah, he literally, he asked me if that was me, and I'm still with the phone in my hand, because that's how we did it with the little loudspeaker
Oh, yeah.
And so I said, yeah, that was me. He says, how would you like to audition for television? I said, oh, well, what show? He said, Catch 22. I said, oh, I know Catch 22. So this was in 1985.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, yeah. And he, I got hired that night.
Really?
I was on midnight to 6. And it was very scary, because I had to learn how to put my own self on the air with a button, and then make sure I had my audio, which didn't happen on the first round.
Yeah.
And all that. But it was actually pretty amazing. All the talent that was there. I mean, all the people that you know of now are doing other things, where they were there at Catch 22.
What was Catch 22?
It was music television.
Music television,
Yep. And
okay.
you can get it by Rabbit Ears and everything, or it was on Sonic Cable 44, which is now GCI.
Yeah.
So it was actually pretty fun.
And what would you do? What was the... So tell me how... Like
It was all the 80s music.
Okay.
80s and 90s.
And your job was to...
I was a VJ.
VJ? Really?
Mm-hmm. Just like on the radio, but visual.
Yeah.
And it was great, because they had all the best videos. Aha's Take on Me, all the Madonna stuff, Michael Jackson, everybody. It was just all. One of my favorite. What was that? Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Total Eclipse of the Heart.
I used to love when that used to come on. And they had ABBA, all the great artists that we know of now, that we love the 80s music. It was right there on that station.
Wow.
And it was just amazing.
Now you said your siblings came up. Were they younger than you?
I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest.
Yep.
Now when they came up, they had to go to school. Here. Or did they? Or
just the one had to go to school. That was my younger brother, because we're all in our 60s now. So
Yeah.
me, my sister Cece, and then Punchy. They're all real close. So we're the first 3 years of my mom's life.
Your brother's Punchy?
No, my brother is Tommy.
Tommy.
My sister Cece, my other sister Punchy, and then Tommy.
Is their full name Punchy?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so.
Everybody knows her as Punchy, though.
Punchy.
She's gonna kill me.
She's the one who got picked on, obviously.
Yeah.
She didn't have a brother or sister named Stabby or something like that. Zoinks. And how was her experience? Like
my sisters?
Yeah, being younger, going to school, and having to,
Here? She didn't go to school here.
Oh, she didn't go to school here.
No,
Okay.
my brother is the only one that went to school here.
How was
we
his
had all
experience?
graduated.
How was his experience?
It was okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I suppose for whatever reason he did all right. He
Yeah.
was in and out of school.
Yeah.
He changed 2 or 3 times, but that's because we were all spoiled at that time.
We're all spoiled.
We were all spoiled.
Silver reminds me of the show Silver Spoons.
Yep,
It was like
pretty
Silver
much.
Spoons, yes.
Pretty much.
Well, that's cool. So it's 85, so you're doing this, then where? Where does that lead you to?
I was there until 90 when the show went off the air.
Yeah.
I was the very last face you saw on Catch 22, and I kind of died off the show, literally, but it was fake. And I said I was having a heart attack and everything, and said, somebody call 911, which is against the FAA thing, but I did it anyway. And it went off the air. And the phones were ringing, trying to find out.
And that's when Flavor Flav and Chuck D wrote 911 is a joke, because Eddie P didn't get help.
I didn't get help. So, and I didn't hear about that situation until a few years later when I started working at Channel 5. And that's because Jeremy Landsman owned the transmitter to Catch 22, and he also owned Channel 5. So when I started at Channel 5, he told me about myself. You know, what you did was illegal. I said, oh, really? Well, what did I do? And I didn't even know he knew, but he says that call 911 on a broadcast station. I said, oh dear.
Well, luckily you didn't Alaska, so nobody. There's things you can get away with here that you can other places. I'm not saying it's right.
I wouldn't do it now.
Just saying, just saying. So you continued in television.
I did. As soon as I started at Channel 5, I started with a show called, Carol Schatz had this thing that she used to watch in New York, and it was called Thriller and Chiller Theater. So we started Thriller and Chiller Theater here.
Oh, okay.
And that was where you host these scary old movies.
Late night. The one that's I've seen lately is the Svengali. Yes, that one.
It was similar to that.
And then what's her name? Morgana or what's the girl with the large?
That was Hooters. She was actually on my show. It was Elvira.
Elvira, that's it. Morgana. I think of something else.
That was a cartoon.
Elvira. Yes, that's it. Yes, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Yep, she hosted stuff too. Yep. Yeah.
So we switched off. When I went to LA, I was on her show. When she came to Alaska, she was on my show, Thriller and Chiller Theater.
Oh, wow.
And also Gottfried, what was his first name? Gottfried, Gilbert Gottfried.
Yes.
Yeah, he was on Thrill and Chill Theater
his
also.
Heart. Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty fun. That was a fun show. And then we got an offer from Pizza Hut to start a kids cartoon show to rival Fox.
Really?
And so we did.
And this is all local. This is local. Mm-hmm. This is local programming. Mm-hmm. Back when there was local programming. Now everything's syndicated and everything like that. But back when public, it was, you did a lot of stuff local.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
It was fun. So we started the
What was that called? Now Fox, very popular. It was
Fox 4 Kids Club.
Fox 4 Kids Club, and they had, different names of people that the people had like Fox names. It was something Fox and whatever Fox. Yeah.
Kid Fox,
what was yours?
I was Eddie P.
Eddie P?
I said, I'll do it, but I'm not wearing any costumes. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'll just be me. And I ended up wearing
other ones
costumes.
had to wear costumes?
No, they didn't. But I didn't want to be the one to do that. So that's why. But I ended up doing it anyway.
Your love for the furry lifestyle would come later.
Yes. So. But we had great cartoons, and we just had fun with it, and that lasted for about 6 years.
Wow.
With the Yes Club for Kids. And after that ended, before it ended, actually, we started with the box kind of deal, music television with the box where people would call in and make a request, and then the box would play.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yep. So I was doing that too.
Wow.
Then after all of that, in 2000, I had already gone from Channel 5 and went over to Fox and CBS when they were together.
Yeah.
And I was doing a show over at Godfather's Pizza. And so we decided.
Oh, I remember You used to love Godfather's Pizza.
Over on Diamond and Oak Stewart. Yep, right there.
They had chains all over the place. Almost killed my aunt. She almost choked on the Godfather's cheese. Yes.
Oh gosh.
After a baseball game, we'd always go to Godfather's Pizza. And the Godfather almost took my aunt. Yes.
Well, that's not funny.
No, it's not. No, well, she lived and whatever. But Godfather's Pizza. Oh, yeah. If there was one franchise you could bring back, name it.
It would be Godfather's Pizza.
Godfather's Pizza?
Yeah. Their pizza was really good.
Now you took mine. No, I love Godfather's Pizza. Now I don't know. Now what franchise?
Long John Silver's.
I'm not really a fish person. I'm not really a fish person.
I loved Skipper's.
Skipper's was good, yeah.
Shakey's was okay, but it wasn't Godfather's.
Yeah, I remember Shakey's, yeah.
Shakey's Pizza.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let's bring back. You bring back Shakey's, and I'll bring back Shakey's. You bring Godfather's. Okay. All right. So you're on this other show now.
Mm-hmm. The Venue.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so that's when the venue started, which is still running today, and that started in 2000.
2000.
Oh, 2000.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Started at Godfather's Pizza. The very first local talent we had on there was Derek Mangrabang.
Who's Derek Mingrabing?
You don't know. You know Derek.
Do I?
Yeah, he's in that group Turquoise Boy.
Oh, yeah.
And with
Okay.
Matt Hopper,
Okay.
Roman Candles.
Yes.
Yeah, the one with the hair all over the place.
Yeah,
That's
that
Derek.
guy. Yeah.
So he was the very first one. We made a video for him, and we had him on the show, and we played that video a lot. He got very, very popular.
Really?
Now he doesn't even want to see the video anymore because he says he doesn't look the same. But I say, you still look like that little
None
boy.
of us look the same from 20, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
I love when you bring up classic artists, like, and they come up on stage and everybody's like, well, you don't look like you did in '86, it was Color Me Bad, and I remember when I brought those guys up, they came up. The first thing they said was like, you know what? You guys don't look the same either. And it's true. We expect celebrities to look the same when we saw them, in their video or whatever in concert.
Yep.
And
I remember when you brought them up.
Yeah,
they were at the hotel that I was working at.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. But we all change, whether you're a celebrity or just a regular person.
It's called life.
Yeah, we all age.
I don't age.
No, you don't.
Black don't crack.
Black does not crack. No. And I'm cracking, and I'm not black, so I can attest to the black not cracking. It can get ashy, but it does not crack. But that's where shea butter and coconut oil and stuff get out there. So we're celebrating 26 years of the venue.
Yep, this year in August. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's a long time. What's the key to longevity, especially nowadays? Shows are on for a short amount of time, and that's what they're meant to be. Especially now with Netflix and Hulu and all these things. Yep. Series it may be one long season, or it might be 3 or 4 or 5 seasons, but that's about it. The venue, of course, it's videos and things like that. But what's the key to longevity for you guys?
I believe it's a combination of several things. One, you have to have producers and people that know how to work those things, the cameras and all. I don't know how to do any of that. I recently learned how to use Adobe to create an episode.
Oh, nice.
But I was still not good at it. So
you're not, when it comes to the technical part of it, which it happens. A lot of times when you're the creative person, the tech part of it, your brain doesn't work.
Yep, my brain doesn't work.
Creative part works. The techie part does not work. It's not as,
I have to really, really practice and really, I have to do it a lot in order to understand what it is I'm doing.
And I can do some of it. Problem is, if I do too much, I find out that I screw things up. And I hear these words, boy, I've never seen anything like this before. Like, I've never seen anybody do it this poorly or not poorly, but I mean, like, where I got us somewhere and they can't get us out.
Yeah.
It's I've
done that.
And not like just spilling it on it or anything like that. It's just like, wow, you really screwed this up. I'm like, I should probably let other people do it.
So that's what I did. And I must say right now, I'm very happy. Upper One Studios is doing the venue now.
Nice.
As of the end of 2025 or October maybe of 2025 until now, and hopefully they'll keep going because they are amazing.
And for the folks that don't know what the venue is, what is the venue?
The venue is Music Television from Alaska, and it is It used to be national artists all over the place, including Iggy Azalea, Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, I remember
all those people.
I remember seeing like national
I used to
videos and stuff, which is cool. Because, what was Saturday night? Was it Saturday Night Videos?
Yeah. Oh,
Saturday Night Videos.
That's right.
I mean, I remember as a kid, we would tape them.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have MTV. We're out. We're in a farm. We don't have that big big satellite dish that costs a lot of money, and there's no cable networks or anything coming out of us. So we had the 4 or 5 TV stations, and we recorded so we could watch them again.
Yep.
That's why MTV was so popular. You could watch a video and keep watching them.
Exactly.
So we had to record
all the time.
Yes, on a VHS tape, we'd record the hour episode. And hope they played some of the songs that we liked.
Yep. And a lot of times they would over and over
and over again. Yep. Yes.
And I've fallen into that a little bit because I try to keep the show as local as possible because the reason why I started with a lot of the national is because I wanted to encourage the local people to say, oh, I can do this. And we had a couple of local ones like not Jared Woods because I just got him on, But Derek Mangerbang, a couple other people that we had that were local artists that did really good videos, we had them on the show. And that was to encourage other local people to do the same. And the venue actually started because young people could not get into the clubs to perform where their grandparents could see and all the other stuff. So I had the permission from Fox at the time to create this program or have the opportunity to create the program and use that as a platform to get younger people seen on television. And
that's great.
And that's what I did.
And, you're right.
Yeah, and now it's one of those things we want to put Alaska on showcase, and that's why eventually it became, like 3 or 4 years ago, it became all local artists. And very rarely would you see a national artist. You'll see people like Snoop Dogg and things like that because they come up here a lot.
And he's everywhere.
And he is everywhere.
The Olympics, hanging out with Martha Stewart. Him and I don't know. I was at the local Applebee's, and there's a cutout of Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg because they have their own gin.
That is so funny.
Why not Snoop and Martha have their own gin?
Exactly,
Why not?
Exactly.
They're
a great pair. Actually,
no, they are.
They really are.
It's a great story. I mean, he was a gangbanger. I mean, he was he could have gone to prison.
Cream of the crop.
And she went to jail. Out of that group, who is the felon? Martha Stewart. That's awesome. It's a great story. It is a really good story.
Oh my gosh.
Has it gotten easier? And I'm sure it has, but it's gotten easier to get content because now people can shoot videos from their phones where, 15, 20 years ago, you had to have a pretty elaborate camera setup or a shooting crew to shoot a video. Now you can do it basically from your phone now.
And those, I try not to encourage people to do that because it's still, we have to provide Channel 2 with a certain type of footage. You have to shoot it this way.
So the phone isn't good enough quality to...
It can be now that you can turn them sideways.
Oh, okay.
And shoot them that way. But then you got to know your audio is right and this, that, and the other. Some people are savvy enough, but not all of them are. So I always have to look and see. But
so you'd have to record your audio and then at least bring it in house to produce it itself. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what we would do for people. Other than that, I would have film crew people that would help people out and just not charge them a whole bunch because nobody had money at that time apparently. But now, I mean,
people have money.
Yeah, now some people have some form of investment to do it because now they see that it works for people.
Yeah.
Beneath Atlantis, Emma Hill, now Jared Woods, and I didn't know this. I just found out today when I was booking him for coming in for another project. He's shot in editing right now 12 more videos.
Oh, wow.
And this is we had him on the show 2 weeks ago from whenever. Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago that he was here. And we shot a video and we had him on the show on the venue and did an interview and all that stuff. And from that, he said, okay, I didn't know it was this simple. And it is. So now he's got Upper One Studios doing his music videos.
Well, and content is king too. Now you put your content out there and it can be seen by billions of people.
Yep,
so, you go viral, and things like that. And suddenly, you're somebody from Alaska and some other people see your stuff and they share it and suddenly, wow, you got fans all over the globe.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because Channel 2 has their what do you call it? The Zeme. What is that? Where people can watch it later. And it's escaping me, so I don't remember.
You can watch it later?
Yeah, it's their thing.
It's what? No, it's not simulcast. Where it's like HBO. You can go into there.
Streaming. There you go.
Okay.
Streaming. Okay.
Keep going. I like that. The thing.
Their streaming site is available on the the venue is on there.
You can consume content at any point at any time. Yeah.
So and it's also at all the great television stations.
Yeah.
So when people go on there, they can click on the venue and see it anywhere in the world.
Do you have people that are watching?
Yes, I do.
You get letters?
So I know for a fact
Not
people in
physical
Australia.
letters. Are people still writing letters?
No,
Dear Eddie P.
No,
you
they
know,
send
but
me an
emails.
email
Yeah.
and they send some of them to the artist that they see on
that's
there.
cool.
And then the artist will call me, you know that my friend over in Japan told me that I said, yeah, that makes sense to me.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and it's really cool. So now Upper One Studios has made it possible for me to even do things on YouTube.
Oh,
so
wow.
all the videos that I've had in the past, we're going to eventually load the rest of them up on the YouTube thing for the venue.
The YouTube thing.
Yeah, you know, everything's a thing to me.
I hear it's going to catch on. If it doesn't get shut down, it's catching on. Yeah. Well, we've had some pretty big artists come out of Alaska. Medium Build.
Yes, yeah. I play his videos all the time too. So
And then
Portugal the Man.
Portugal the Man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And there are a few others that are starting to, like you said, Emma Hill. Some of those are really starting to emerge.
Yes,
And,
they are. And
yeah.
I love Emma Hill. She's so amazing.
very talented.
very
I mean, you
talented.
can find talent. And that's the cool thing about like the venue and other things too is that you can, somebody out in a village,
Yes.
it's a few hundred people. And somebody who just has amazing talent and lives in a village in the middle of nowhere, still with certain things can show their talent from where they're at, and other people around the world can see it.
Well, let me just tell you about that a little more.
What? Did we lead into something?
Yes, we did.
Well, hello.
You know, the villages are, I believe, my number one fan base. I mean, Anchorage is just a large village.
Yeah.
But you got people in Tooksuk Bay, in all those places, Bethel, Utqiagvik,
Yep.
anywhere where there's people, they're watching the venue. And they watch it late night, and Byron Nikolai, I don't know if you know who he is.
No, who's that?
But he's an Alaska native. He's an amazing artist. He sings, he does all this stuff. And his music videos that we play, we got about 7 or 8 of them that we rotate.
Yeah.
They're all done in Yupik and English. He's
Really?
that talented. He can sing the whole song in Yupik, verse by verse. It's Yupik English. It's so amazing.
And that's not easy.
It's not easy,
I mean,
but
to do
he
it
does it.
from Spanish to English is very, very hard.
Yeah.
But Yupik, I mean,
He's just that
That's
good.
amazing.
So he's very, very popular throughout the world. Bamiwa is another group.
Oh,
that
that's
I've had
another
on the
one.
show.
Yes, very talented. Yes.
World award winning group. And I've even had Portugal the Man on the show.
Yeah.
Eric, you'll see his interview pretty soon because he was up here recently. And his interview, it's a lot of editing because I fangirl out a lot. So
It's fun to see. It is fun to see Eddie fangirl out. I
throw my hair back.
he goes, how tall are you?
I'm
You're
6 foot.
Yes, you're taller than 6 foot.
No, I'm not.
You sure?
No, I wear heels.
I was gonna say okay.
It's my
'Cause I'm like you're taller than 6 foot, but you see it like
Yeah, I get
girl.
excited. I know. This big black thing coming at you. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's just Eddie P. He's okay.
He's harmless. That is awesome. And the venue, when does it air?
Every Saturday night right after SNL on Channel 2.
And if I'm an artist and I want to reach out to you or need some help to get a video or just my music on the air, how do you do that?
Just call or send a text on messaging or anything. Normally I'm looking for that. Every weekend I look for that. People always refer people, and I will call them back and I'll let them know. There's only a very few things that I can't air on TV, and that's the cuss words, of course. I can't air the naked booties bouncing or anything up at the top bouncing around.
The naked booties bouncing. Anything bouncing probably can't.
Bouncing on
That's not FCC friendly. If it's bouncing in your video.
So I mean, and you could probably get away with some of that, but
Well,
Channel 2 doesn't.
It can be provocative.
Yes.
But it can't be.
Like in your face.
Yeah. I mean, because there is a difference still between cable and broadcast, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I just have to be mindful, and I watch all of them. So, but otherwise, I have them as much as I can, and I watch every video before it airs. Static Cycle is another one that did
That's
really well.
right. Yes.
Jared Navarre is with Pop Weevil.
Pop
now.
Weevil, yeah.
Yep, that's who he's with right now. So I just think when we get people like that, I air their videos so that people can see that people from Alaska actually do succeed and they do other things in this world.
Oh, and I can't remember his name, and I apologize, but he was playing with one of the Eagles, Don. Who's the one? Don Fendler for the Eagles. One of the founding members.
I did not know
of
that.
of the Eagles.
And he lives here?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many of those celebrity type people live in Alaska.
Yeah, I mean he's from Alaska, and they saw him play somewhere. You would think he was in Nashville. They saw him play, and and it started from there. Started playing in bands.
That's
and then,
awesome.
Yeah,
so that's really awesome. And I that's why I like Alaska, because everybody wants to come here just to see what it's like. And so if we're on parade the way we should be, and looking good and smelling good, then we're going to have people coming looking at us all the time.
Yeah, if you smell bad, nobody wants to hang out with a stinky. Yeah. That is awesome. Well, it was a pleasure.
I'm so glad you had me on.
Yeah. So many years. Do you still have any family living in Alaska?
I do. My two sisters are still here. My brother has a son, Donovan, who works for the Anchorage Downtown Partnership.
Oh, awesome.
And my dad is still living. My mother passed away a few years ago. In 2023, but my dad is still living.
Oh, wow. So it just shows you. I mean, this is a place, Alaska and Anchorage especially, is a place for everyone. And
exactly.
I know it gets, stereotyped like, we're all the black people, comics will come up and whatever. And I'm like, listen, and it is one of the most diverse cities in the world, with all the different Native American and all the other, racial types and ethnicities and things like that we have. So, yeah. Feel comfortable.
I'm comfortable.
He's comfortable.
I'm comfy.
We're all comfortable. So come to Alaska and be a part of the fun.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Brad. Thanks for having me.